Testing, okay. Hello, welcome to the Hello Assembly. Thank you for joining us, whether you're in the auditorium or watching this in your classroom. Welcome back to school. I'll switch the time over to Lexi McMullen. Please stand for our flag ceremony presented by our Copperhill Drill Team. Our national anthem will be sung by Tiffany Roper.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, those bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now our student in pride, Dylan Kelly, will be announcing our graduates.
All right, how is everybody today? All right, so for our Berkshires, we'll start off with our sophomore. She's a first-year Azurette. She is very creative and outgoing, and a 4.0 student. Let's give it up for Ashley Hanna. right, for our junior, he's on the varsity football team and on the wrestling team. He's a 4.0 student. Let's give it up for Riley Reed.
He is a Grizzly gamer. He's a great student and an even better person. Let's give it up for Tyler Shear. Alright, next up is our staff. She started at Copper Hills in September of 1997, worked in different areas of the school for 23 years. Always helpful when you show up in the media center. She is truly a lifelong Grizzly and will be retiring September 1st. Let's give it up for Wendy Kilpack. And last but not least, our faculty. This is her second year at Copper Hills. She is the varsity assistant coach for volleyball, advisor for the people of the Pacific, has 2 kids, and is in grad school. A round of applause for Miss Bustle. And now for our video by Jacob.
Secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers, he's no ordinary kid, he's Ben 10. So if you see him, you might be in for a big surprise. He'll turn into an alien before your very eyes. He's slimy, freaky, fast and strong, he's every shape and size, he's Ben 10. All the powers, he's on the case, fighting off evil from Earth or space. He'll never stop till he gets that pay, 'cause he's the baddest kid you ever saved the day. Ben 10.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the
Coronavirus
attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world.
previously on Avatar.
on, Zuko. I don't care that everyone outside is thinking you're this guy.
You know, we need Chris, the girls' day out. See, that wasn't so bad, was it?
There's nothing wrong with letting the people who love you help you, Chris. Not that I love you. But I do respect you.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you. Thinking you got a sliver. You're not fooling me, 'cause I can see the way you shake and shiver. You know we got a mystery to solve. Scooby-Doo, be ready for your act. Don't hold back. And Scooby-Doo, if you come through, you're gonna have yourself a Scooby snack. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, here are you. You're ready and you're willing. Yes, we can count on you. Scooby-Doo, I know we'll catch that feeling.
I guess I should start from the beginning. It's a crazy beginning. It's crazy.
What was the beginning?
Animal people are crazy. They're nuts. I'm sure y'all got a story to tell.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Exotic, and this is Sarge.
He was like a mythical character who owned 12,000 tigers, lions, and bears, and all you could ever think of.
They have a heart, a soul, and a mind. I've learned from them, but Carol Baskin keeps saying I can't have these tigers.
If Joe ever had an enemy in his life, it was Carol Baskin.
Hey all you cool cats and kittens, I'm Carol Baskin here at the Big Cat Rescue. We will end the possession of these cats.
This is my way of living, and no one is going to tell me any other way. Doc Anto is doing the same thing in Florida, and nobody's stopping him.
If there was anyone Joe wanted to be like, it was Doc Antle.
The story is crazy. The rivalry between Joe and Carol just gets bigger and bigger, and I honestly just sit back and observe while I run my zoo. The one thing Joe and I agree on is that Carol is a plain-out hypocrite. She's doing the exact same thing we are.
I would do anything to get rid of that Carol Baskin. Anything. Because no one is going to take my baby away, ever.
All ever Joe and Doc talked about was how they think Carol Baskin fed her husband, Owen Packer, to the tigers to get him out of Copper Hills.
We'll just see how that plan works out.
But Carol Baskin's next. I will get her out of Copper Hills.
We will now have a performance by our amazing dance company.
저기 World business 핵심 섭외 일순위 매진 많지 않지 이 클래스까지 만기 공향의 악진 반칙 마이크 번지 마이크 번지 블랙 전진 망할 것 같았겠지만 I'm fine sorry 미안해 billboard 미안해 worldwide 아들이 너무 잘 나가서 미안해 엄마 대신해줘 네가 못한 효도 우리 콘서트 절대 없어 포도 I do it 너 말 없는 날 다 do it 혹 내가 아프다면 고소해 do it You just see my back You just see my back 잡힐 때 look back and got it girl How you feel about it How you feel about it 하이들은 벌써 하고 있대 이미 황금빛 나의 성공 I'm so fire 쏟아 봉서 너는 황금빛 도면 성공 How you there How you there How you there 손에 춥이 너무 많나 너무 heavy 내 손이 모자라 밟아줬어 너네 말 날이 떨리 너무 바빠 너무 busy 내 온몸이 모자라 밟아줬어 너네 말 더 볼일 없어 마지막 인사야 말도 없어 사과도 하지마 더 볼일 없어 마지막 인사야 말도 없어 사과도 하지마 잘 봐놓고 골라지 우리 다 쌈마트 콜라지 노래가 난 깜짝 놀라지 깊게 폼나지 폼나지 girl
Let's give it up for our dance company. Now we'll have a speech by our SBO President Shayla Nam.
Good morning, Copper Hills. I wanted to start off with a question for you to all think about. If we had to go back to quarantine tomorrow, or even this very second, would you be satisfied with how you made your high school experience? These questions really make you rethink all the memories you have created here at Copper Hills High. We often get caught up in thinking there will be another day, another chance. We can take things for granted so easily because we think there will be another opening. I know we all have a bad case of procrastination, pushing that one math assignment till the very last second, and in some cases, we do succeed with finishing that assignment just in time. But deep down, we all know that we shouldn't have procrastinated in the first place. We should hold on to the idea of not pushing things off, especially not pushing off a chance to create memories here at Copper Hills High School with each other. We all thought we would be sitting in a classroom with our fellow classmates was an everyday thing, but unfortunately we have experienced our bedrooms and our Zoom calls becoming our new classroom for a little bit. I know this pandemic took a toll on all of us, but instead of sitting in sorrow about what we lost, we should use this as a wake-up call. Our past school year lost some time because of COVID, which made us miss our friends, miss being here at school, miss going to games and events. Luckily, we have a second chance by being here at school and play the sports we love. We love for all of you to love your high school experience and have it full of memories you won't regret, which is where our school theme comes in place this year. Can we please open the curtains? The theme we have decided for our 2020-21 school year theme to be is Live in the Now. High school starts off when you first walk through the doors your sophomore year and ends the day you switch your tassel on your cap to the right side to the left. The way you look back on high school is all in your hands. I don't know about you, but I rather look back and remember all the times that I lived it up to the fullest. We hope that this theme will remind you that not every day is guaranteed. And since COVID is still traveling around, make sure you make your time here count, because tomorrow could be gone. And my intentions is not to make you sad over this speech, but to wake you up and realize that creating memories starts when you decide to live in the moment. Don't wait for doors to start opening for you. Open the doors yourself and put yourself out there to make high school the best it can be. It doesn't matter what chapter you're on in your high school journey, whether you're a sophomore, junior, or a senior, you can start making moments to make your high school experience more enjoyable right now. We have all struggled to get back here together, and it may not have been what we hoped it would look like. But luckily, we are able to be here again and walk through the halls a second time with our friends. Don't live in the future thinking there's another time to go out and live as a teen. Time is always ticking, and we never know if that clock decides to break all of a sudden, which causes us to lose our chance. Go out and attend the athletic events or join some of the many clubs here at the school. There are so many ways to get involved too. Even just meeting a new person can help make so many new memories for everyone. I hope you start the craving of wanting to create memories too, every chance you can. Don't be afraid to feed into that craving. You deserve to have an amazing high school experience. I want you all to know that I will be feeding into this craving and making the high school experience enjoyable for you and me. I'm so excited for this year, and I know we can have a good year as we all do our part by wearing a mask and keeping clean so that we can stay here together and create our memories. I'd like to thank you all for everything you do and hope you remember to live in the now. Thank you.
All right, let's go another hand for Shayla. All right, we will now be seeing a performance by our amazing drill team.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I got the crowd yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Fuck the backstage yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. If I hit you in the face, you gon' be suing. And if I catch another case, I know it's true to be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. I got a packed house yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Fuck the backstage yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna be put the thing, what is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene with the 2 guns drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do happen what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got a tool and a vest, I can get some respect. I'ma make it hard for something to flex. Show them the second squad boy in the test. Man, my they're too large and we way too fresh. Work well with 9s, AKs, and texts. They quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna beat? Bring your best, cause we be standing in your front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Fuck the backstage yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Fuck the backstage yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I need y'all to rewind this and play this from the top. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Can we have another round of applause for our drill team? Unfortunately, Mr. Veazey couldn't be here with us today, but we have Mr. Varga here to give us a speech. Give it up for Mr. Varga.
Good morning, Grizzlies. Thank you. My name is Mr. Varga. I am one of the assistant principals here at Copper Hills. Our wonderful principal, Mr. Veazey, sends his love and his regrets for not being able to be here with us today. He has been unavoidably pulled away from the school today, but hopefully he's able to join us through our live broadcast, like many of our other students in their classrooms, and online students are joining us from home. I would like you to join with me in recognizing the efforts of our broadcasting crew and CHTV under the leadership of Mr. Scott Silver for providing the live stream and video recording today. Will you please give them a round of applause? Also, we want to recognize the endless support and the endless hours behind the scenes by our stage crew, lighting and technical and sound crews led by Mr. Jordan Morrell. Please give them a round of applause. We would not be able to have these assemblies without your outstanding service, Mr. Morrell, Mr. Silver, and your crews. Please make sure that you take opportunity to thank your students above and beyond for the work that they do for us. I'll keep my comments brief as I wish to share with you today just one thought that keeps recurring to me about the circumstances we find ourselves in as we start the school year under unprecedented circumstances. The generation of my grandparents and your great-grandparents are oftentimes referred to as the greatest generation. These are they that were born in and around the last global pandemic of the Spanish flu in 1918. And also in and around the heat of battle right before and during World War I. They lived through times of desperate need and want during the Great Depression. They were then called back to fight again in World War II, followed by raising their own children and sending them to war in Korea and Vietnam. They then watched their grandchildren fight in a different way through racism, discrimination, poverty, and endure the fears of the Cold War and political scandals. Now, I'll admit, we all just kind of took a break in the 90s. And then all of you came along. You were born in the wake of one of the most egregious attacks upon this country and against peace in the United States. September 11th, 2001 set the tone for your generation to begin their journey and show us what you're capable of. Just like my grandparents and your great-grandparents did before us. You, this generation, you're resilient, you are smart, you're strong, you're brilliant, you're beautiful, and you're not alone. Now is your turn to live in the now and take your role as the next greatest generation. Show us what you're made of, Grizzlies, and make us proud to be part of your story. We love you. We care deeply about you. We want you to succeed, The future is in your hands, and it starts now. Thank you.
Can we get another round of applause for Mr. Varga? And now can we please stand while the Madrigals sing our school hymn?
Students and teachers, this concludes our welcome hello assembly. We will be remaining in fifth period until the bell rings, which gives us approximately 14 minutes remaining this period. Students in the auditorium, we excuse you back to your fifth period classes. Thank you.
Got room?